Europe is a dream destination for many.
Europe? Overseas?
Europe.
Europe?
But navigating different countries, avoiding tourist traps, planning transportation can feel very overwhelming. Vienna has been our home base for over 30 years now, but that hasn't stopped us from exploring different countries and the incredible diversity of Europe. We have traveled to the majority of these amazing countries here in Europe, and along the way we have learned one or two things that we want to share with you guys. In this video we will share with you 5 common mistakes first-time travelers to Europe make when visiting this beautiful continent, and we will also show you some money-saving hacks along the way. Mistake number 1, not exploring other countries. So the usual practice is you just travel to one destination, but that's not the case here in Europe. If you come to Europe, you want to explore as many destinations as possible. Whether it's the Alps in Austria or Switzerland, or the beautiful beaches in Croatia, or the delicious food in Italy. Europe has a lot to offer. So don't limit yourself to one destination only. So thankfully Europe has a solution for that, called the Schengen Zone. So once you get your Schengen Visa, you're allowed to travel visa-free across 26 countries here in Europe. Today the Schengen area includes all European countries, but excludes countries like Ireland and Cyprus. Those countries, even though they are part of the European Union, are excluded from the Schengen Zone, which means you might need an additional visa to visit those countries. But all other countries, plus non-European countries like Switzerland, Norway, Iceland and Liechtenstein, are also part of the Schengen area, so you can also visit those without needing a visa. So definitely plan a multi-destination trip to maximize your European travel adventure. Mistake number 2 is overpriced hotel breakfasts. Because Europe has a vibrant baking culture, whether you're in Italy or Austria or Germany or France or Spain, every single one of them has a very traditional baking culture.
I know this is the best croissant I will have today.
First of all, you're gonna save a lot of money because those baked goods are normally priced at around 2 to 3 euros. Plus, you don't run into the risk of overeating at hotel breakfast. Hotel breakfasts are normally a little bit more expensive and it leads to overeating most of the time, which in the end takes away a lot of energy for you to explore the city. So what we would recommend is definitely get up as soon as you can. Get out into the city, look for 1 or 2 good bakeries out there, grab yourself a quick breakfast and continue your tour. If you're visiting Vienna, we have created, for example, a beautiful croissant tour in Vienna city center. So you want to check it out. Mistake number 3 would be packing the wrong items. You want to explore Europe as comfortable as possible, and Europe, unfortunately, has one of the most unpredictable weather conditions. It can turn from cool to sunny within hours. It could be having a great time in city center on a sunny day, but 1 or 2 hours later you will find yourself in a big rainstorm.
And once again, Vienna's weather has surprised us with some raindrops.
So definitely make sure you bring an umbrella, or even better would be a raincoat, which you can just put on if you need it, because it allows you to have also both hands free. That's what we always recommend to visitors who are coming to Vienna, for example, but it doesn't matter whether you're in Vienna, Germany, France or Switzerland. All of these regions which have a high mountain range close by tend to have quite unpredictable weather. If you come in summer, it's gonna be sunny for the majority of the days, but be prepared that the switch to a rainy weather can happen pretty fast. What you also need is comfortable shoes, because in Europe we walk a lot. All the streets are made for walking, and many streets here in Europe have still some cobblestones. Those are quite uncomfortable to walk on if you don't have the right shoes on. Another common mistake travelers make when they visit Europe is they just consider flying as the only transportation method. We personally love the cheap airlines operate here from Vienna. Airlines like Ryanair, Wizz Air, they really enable us to see different spots in Europe Europe and even outside of Europe for very low prices. So we are thankful to have them. But you should definitely also explore the bus and train traveling in Europe. Europe has a fantastic and well-connected bus and train network. So it's not only in most cases more affordable than flying, but you also get a scenic journey while getting to your destination. Plus, another big point for trains and buses is that their main stations are normally located right within the city center. So you don't have to pay for transfers, you don't have to consider any transfer times to get to the airport and get from the airport. You can just go to the city center and you get out most of the time also in the city center of your destination city. Another big plus that we have here in Europe is train system called the Nightjet. A Nightjet is basically a couple of trains that are operating in Europe which get you from A to B during the night if you don't want to stay awake and it's a long journey. They do leave the train station at around 9 p.m., 9:30 p.m. and get you to your destination most of the time early morning. A very famous one that we have here in Vienna is Vienna to Venice. So you basically have the entire night to take some rest, to enjoy the train ride. They also have sleeping wagons in there that you can book. It's a super comfortable way to get to Venice because you don't have any transfers. You get from city center to city center. The train station basically gets you right into the heart of Venice without having to pay additionally for a transfer. And it's also super well priced. If you plan ahead, you might get tickets for around 35 euros for one-way direction. Plus, we did have a couple of friends coming over who did this for a day trip just to Venice and back, so you don't even pay for accommodation because you're sleeping during the train journey. So if you want more tips like this, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. We are going to share loads and loads of more content on a weekly basis, and if you enjoy content like this, please leave a like. And the last mistake that many people do when they travel Europe is that they have a strict schedule in mind. You want to keep your schedule as flexible as possible because in Europe we have a lot of low-cost carriers, whether it's Ryanair, Wizz Air. They get you from Vienna, for example, to many other European cities just for a couple of euros, but you have to be flexible on your departure and arrival dates. Maybe just define for yourself a travel duration, but not really specific dates. Another pro tip is we personally love to use Google Flights for booking flights within Europe. I haven't seen many other travel tools out there that have so much flexibility like Google Flight does. You just have to define your travel duration and it will automatically show you from your home airport which kind of options you have in which duration, which period. It's a fantastic way to find the best deals on flights throughout Europe. And we have one more bonus tip for you is to pack light and smart. Because if you're traveling within Europe, you want to keep your luggage as light as possible. Every airline within Europe is going to charge you extra for your baggage. It's quite common that you're only allowed to have a hand trolley included in the flight price, but in some cases there is only a backpack included. For example, Ryanair, Wizz Air, they don't allow you to bring a hand trolley to the flight. You have to book it separately if you want to, and it's quite costly. So that's where the airlines start to earn money, right? So if you bring a hand trolley with you, you have to pay for it. That's why keep it as light as possible. Just bring stuff that you really need on the flight, because keep in mind that in every major city you also have the possibility of laundry services. You can wash your clothes if you have to, but if you're going for a 2 weeks trip to any kind of European destination, don't bring clothes for 2 weeks because you're just gonna pay loads and loads of money just for the transportation of your clothes.
Who's carrying luggage?
Just him.
We hope these tips help you a lot with your travel adventures in Europe. If you have any specific questions, let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this, and see you guys in the next video. Bye.